Hey Cassie, thought a quick video might help you just kind of level set here, get us set in terms of how this all comes together. Questions before this look pretty good, but I wanted to highlight on this and then I'm going to send it and hopefully you can use that while looking at the other cross sections. So a couple things to keep in mind is remembering how rock layers are created. So for example, if we have A here, A just based on the formation, we're never going to have, if we consider this like a blank space, A is never going to form in a way where it goes up and has all of these undulations and vertical developments here without having something around it. The reason being is that if there was nothing here and A was formed, we know that rock layers are going to be formed in horizontal parallel layers to the earth. So in this case, A probably occurred after all of these things, all of these layers were in place. So A is certainly not going to be the oldest rock layer that we have. We also know that because A cuts across other rock layers that are already in existence. So when I look at this cross section, I would recommend that we probably start with E being the oldest and then continue with what we know from that the layers of rock are going to be deposited or intruded in horizontal layers with each other, parallel layers. So my recommendation, just to give you a little starting, would be E, G, L, and C. And then after those happened, we certainly had some events that took place that we need to try to figure out what happened next. One, we had a shift here. So obviously these layers were matching at one point. They didn't deposit in these weird random orders. They also didn't deposit tilted. So we have another one there that we have to try to figure out. And then after we figure out how some of that happened, we have more layers, M, D, J. Somewhere along that time, A happened and A intruded into the rest of these rock layers. We can tell that because A is present, but D is also present here in a horizontal layer. And look, D continues from this side over to this side, meaning that D was certainly in place before A came along. And then we had some other unconformities, disconformities, et cetera, happen that then went ahead and created more challenges and problems here, and then more deposition.